Forever in debt, the beautiful sacrifice behind Diogo Jota's rise to football glory. It's hard. Because I wasn't paying, my parents were. I saw the struggle. And I carry a debt I'll never repay. Diogo Jota, for he was a Liverpool star, a Portugal international, and a goalscorer in some of football's most iconic stadiums. Diogo Jota was a boy in Massarelo's Portula quiet riverside parish in Porto with nothing but a ball at his feet and a fire in his heart, and, behind him, always, were two parents who gave everything so their son could chase the impossible. Now, in the wake of the unthinkable Jota's sudden and tragic death at just 28 alongside his brother Andre, those sacrifices have come rushing back into focus. Tributes are pouring in from the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, Erling Haaland, LeBron James, and more. But perhaps the most powerful story isn't the one told on the pitch but the one that unfolded long before it. In the shadows of struggle and unwavering belief, this is the story of how a family's sacrifice forged a star. How Diogo Jota never forgot where he came from. And how, even in death, he reminds the world what it truly means to love, to dream and to give everything for someone else. A humble beginning in Massarelas long before the cheers of Anfield or the roar of Estádio da Luz, Diogo José Teixeira da Silva, known to the world as Diogo Jota's, a child like any other in the Portuguese parish of Massarelo. He was born on December 4, 1996, into a working-class family. His father, Joaquim Silva, was a mechanic. His mother, Isabel, worked long shifts in retail to make ends meet. They weren't rich not in material terms, but they were wealthy in love and determination. From a young age, Jota had an obsession with football. He didn't just play it, he lived it. Every spare moment was spent juggling balls in the narrow streets of Porto, kicking against walls, emulating the flicks and finishes of his childhood idols. But unlike many of his peers, his journey to the top didn't start in the glittering academies of Benfica or Porto. Jota played futsal at Gondomar SC, a local club that charged families for equipment, kits, and even pitch time. For a boy with dreams and parents with limited means, every month was a stretch. In a revealing interview with the BBC, Jota later recalled, "Even when I was 16, I still had to pay to play football. It wasn't MIT, was my parents. I saw the struggle to afford the fees. I think I owe them a debt I'll never be able to repay." That sense of humility would become a lifelong hallmark of the man and the footballer. Sacrifice in silence. Jota's parents never once complained, not to him, not to others. Instead, they quietly adjusted their lives. Joaquim worked overtime shifts in the garage. Isabel cut back on household expenses. Holidays were skipped. Second jobs were considered. They did all of this so their son could play the sport he loved. When Diogo needed new boots, they found the money. When he needed transport to away games, they drove him, even after long days of work. At times, they skipped meals to keep up with club payments. But never once did they ask their son to quit, not even when the odds seemed insurmountable. His mother once told a local newspaper, "We didn't think of it as sacrifice. We thought of it as belief. We saw his heart, his hunger. We would have done anything to keep his dream alive." A breakthrough at last. Everything changed when Diogo caught the attention of scouts from F. Córrego Passos de Ferreira. Though not one of Portugal's giants, the club gave him a platform and, more importantly, removed the financial burden from his family. At 17, he made his professional debut. The world was beginning to take notice of the skinny kid with the intelligent movement and ruthless finishing. Within 2 years, Jota earned a move to Atletico Madrid, though he was loaned out multiple times. It was clear, the boy from Massarelos was on a path few could have predicted. His parents watched every match, often streaming games late into the night. Despite his rising fame, Jota never stopped thanking them. "They gave me everything," he said. "They never let me quit. I carry their sacrifice in every match I play." Wolves, Liverpool, and the big time. In 2017, Diogo Jota joined Wolverhampton Wanderers, then a championship club. He was the star of a team that earned promotion and, eventually, respect in the Premier League. His blend of hard work and lethal finishing earned him a place in the hearts of fans and teammates. By 2020, Liverpool came calling. Jurgen Klopp, always a keen observer of character, saw something deeper in Jota: resilience, humility, and hunger. Signed for £45 million, Jota was more than a squad player. He became a game-changer. At Liverpool, he scored crucial goals. He helped the Reds win the Premier League, the FA Cup, and the Carabao Cup. He played in the Champions League final. He found the net in derbies, against rivals, on the biggest stages. But even at his peak, he remained grounded. His parents, always in the stands or on his mind. Every goal, every moment teats for them, Jota once said. The tragic day on July 3, 2025, news broke that shattered the footballing world. Diogo Jota, aged just 28, had died in a single car crash in Zamora, Spain. Also in the vehicle was his younger brother, Andre Silva, who perished alongside him. Reports confirmed that Jota had been advised not to fly due to a respiratory infection and opted to drive instead. The route was familiar. The weather was clear. But tragedy struck. Liverpool FC confirmed the death hours later, sending shockwaves through the footballing community. Tributes from around the world. What followed was an outpouring of grief that transcended sport. Cristiano Ronaldo. I am devastated. Diogo was not only a teammate, but a wonderful soul. My prayers are with his family. Portugal has lost a brother, Lionel Messi. Football has lost a kind spirit and a beautiful player. My heart is with his family and his teammates. LeBron James' life is so fragile. Sending all my love to Diogo Jota's family. He was a joy to watch and a role model on and off the field. Erling Haaland, rest in peace, warrior. You always gave everything. Klopp Slot, and the Liverpool family. Jurgen Klopp, the man who believed in him, was among the first to share his heartbreak. This is a moment where I struggle. There must be a bigger purpose, but I can't see it. I'm heartbroken. Diogo was not only a fantastic player, but a great friend, a loving and caring husband and father. We will miss you so much. Arne Slot, the current Liverpool manager, spoke from the heart. The last time we spoke, I congratulated Diogo on the Nations League win and his upcoming wedding. It was a dream summer for Diogo and his family. My condolences go to his wife Ruth, their children, and the parents of Diogo and Andre. When the time is right, we will celebrate him as he deserves. The man beyond the goals. Jota was more than his stats, though they were impressive. 65 goals in 182 Liverpool appearances, 24 caps for Portugal, a Champions League finalist, Premier League, FA Cup, and Carabao Cup winner, but it was his character that truly defined him. He was a family man devoted to his wife, Ruth, and their 3 children. He loved chess, volunteered for mental health charities, and mentored youth players. He never forgot the futsal courts, the late-night rides, or the times his parents went hungry so he could play. His humility never wavered. Final words and legacy. His funeral, held at Igreja de Santo Antonio in Porto. His coffin was draped in both Liverpool and Portugal flags. Thousands gathered. His mother clutched a worn pair of his first futsal boots. His father sobbed uncontrollably. The priest closed the service with the words, "He was fast, but he never rushed life. He scored, but he never played for himself. He lived humbly. He died, loved." Outside, fans sang Diogo Diogo. He came from Portugal. Now he plays for the Angels, giving his all. Jota's story will live on, not only in goals, medals, and matches, but in the memories of a boy who refused to quit. And in the legacy of 2 parents, whose love changed the world.